Hello YouTube, Ken Hale here with another Black Desert Online video for you. And today we are here with Swazhael, our season server character, and he is in everybody's favorite enhancing location, Velia, because today we're going to be exploring a little bit of the season server enhancing. And I did a little bit of this already on my stream on Thursday with the crew here, with our community, and I was able to get my weapons to try. As you can see here, I got to try crossbow, I got to try bow, and I got to try whatever the offhand for the archer is in English. But right away we can discuss something here that you will notice if I hover over these. So these stats here, they're supposed to match boss gear. Well, all the special season server gear, the tubular gear, is supposed to match the season server gear. But as you may notice here, even though I am a tri, this actually matches up with a duo equivalent of a Zarka, and this is the equivalent of a duo Dandelion, and this is the equivalent of a duo Nuver. So that's kind of foreshadowing the notion that when you transfer these pieces of gear over to the main server, they will be one level lower than they are right now on the season server, right? Which is what they explained to us in the Q&A that came out a little bit ago last week. If you have a tri tubular gear, it would be a duo. If it's tat, it would be tri, and if it goes pen, then you have tat, right? So the max you can get out of here is tat gear. When it turns over to the regular server, if you manage to get everything to pen, or a piece at least to pen. So my main focus is going to be on the accessories, really. So I'm hoping to get my accessories to tat to pen, so I can get tat accessories on the main server when that rolls out, because my accessories really is what I struggle the most so far. Speaking of accessories, let's get this out of the way. So the other rewards that you're also going to get, and this is not related to enhancing, but I just want to point this out. At the end of the season here, you're going to get a choice of one of two accessories that you can get, and you get to choose between a pen capotia earring or a pen capotia ring. Okay, so you get to choose, and the stats I checked out according to BDO Codex. A pen capotia ring has got 17 AP, and a pen capotia earring has 13 AP and 4 DP. So I'm planning definitely on getting the ring because I don't PvP, so I don't really need the accuracy. Getting that 17 AP ring is going to be quite a boost. Sadly, I have to wait until June 3rd at least, minimum, from what I'm seeing here, in order to get that. The other thing I want to get out of the way here, because someone asked in one of the previous video about the season server, about the inventory slots here, and they asked if they could transfer to the main character, and the answer to that is yes and no. Anything that's under the battle pass, the season pass, you are able to transfer between characters. So the costume, I use it on my Valkyrie, and as well as the inventory slots on the battle pass here, on the season pass, and the pets and all these beautiful things here. However, the inventory slots on the free option here, the free season server option, they are only for the character, your season character, so you cannot send these to your other characters, at least not for now. It's possible that eventually, once you guys get on the west, it will be transferable. So if you did not watch my previous video, the way that the enhancing works here is you use these stones to buy the gear, and we can go to the NPC, which is, there should be one in every major city, but in Velia is the blacksmith guy, where you buy your armor, your reblath armor, so you're very familiar with him. So you come here, talk to him, and you buy you can exchange for this stone here, which, like I said, you get from drops, from mob drops anywhere, any mobs, and Valencia, Kamasilva, and Drigan can drop these. And then you come here to exchange on a 1-per-1 basis for armor and weapon, and 5 stones for each one accessory. And then the other stones, this one here, you use to get a guaranteed success to pry, to duo, or try, and you can use these both on accessories and armor and weapons. I recommend you save these to get your gear to try, because the other two are fairly easy anyways, especially in the tubular gear. And the third stone here is the black stone equivalent, and this one you use both for weapons and armor. The accessory is the same as regular enhancing. You use a copy of the same accessory to enhance your existing accessory. This stone actually has a secondary function. You can trade, you can exchange them for a device of Valks. All right, so in all the major cities here, as far as I've seen, this guy is here, this crow, some kind of crow guy. He exists, and he gives you quests, season server quests, and there are indeed about 16, I believe, or 14 enhancing quests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so 14 enhancement quests, and there's 7 for getting your gear to try, and 7 to getting your gear to 10. And if you get each of these, and here you have helmet, armor, gloves, shoes, and your 3 weapons. And again for 10. And for each one of the gear you get to try, you actually get a plus 40 device of Valks. So you're gonna get 7 plus 40 device of Valks. And then for the TET, you will be getting, each time you get a TET, you get a plus 60. So it's pretty good, right? Because you can transfer those over to the regular server and use it to enhance other things. You can see here the TET symbol over here, right? And the other one says try. At first I thought these were quests for Pry and Duo, because they're 1 and the 2 here. So that's going to be pretty easy to get 740 and 760 a device of Valks, but then I looked into the quest a little further here and I realized that I was mistaken. I actually want to see if I'm able to open those boxes on a different character, so let me go buy a weapon box and I'll transfer to my Mehua and see if we're able to pull that kind of shenanigans. Alright, let's see if my Mehua can open this box. And she can, okay. So that's awesome. So you can actually come here and enhance dandies for all your characters. Get easy try dandies, or maybe easy TET dandies, depending on how easy this is going to be. How much you're willing to, how much time you're willing to put into this server. And of course, you cannot wear it because you cannot wield this weapon, because it's a season server weapon, and only season server characters can wield that. But once you transfer it over, it should become a dandy. All right, so I got my 3 weapons here. Now we're gonna go and take the quests so that we can start enhancing. Hopefully, we'll have enough resources to enhance everything to at least try. We're gonna try that so that we can at least get through these. Oh, okay, so this is where you can exchange your things for more of these, right? So this is where you can exchange those black stones into. You can get for 500. It's not, I don't know if this is worth it. 500 of them for 40 device of Valks. It may or may not be worth it. I'll let you decide, but we're not here for that. We're here for the quests. We're gonna get all the tries that we can. Now let's get the suffering started, and we'll start with the dandy. You probably already know how to do this. I'm not gonna be spending too much time on this. Is not a how to enhance video. As you can see here, our spear has 1%. Of course, for the first 7 levels for weapons are 100%, just like with the regular enhancing, and it costs 1 of these stones here. And if hit go, and you can see here now it's still 100, but it costs 2 stones. And as you click, you see that each time it goes up by 1. Another one, now it's plus 4, and it's 5 to plus 5, and 6 to go to plus 6, 7 to go to plus 7, and now we are at 71.80%, which is pretty good. You're gonna go ahead and click here, and we got it, and it's still 71.40 this time to go to plus 9. And it costs us 9. So the cost will keep going up every time you hit, it goes up. I'm getting somewhat lucky here, and we are at 33% now. Still pretty good. At plus 10, I believe each fail stack will give you 1%. So every hit, it gives you 3%. 45, we'll go and hit it, we'll fail 1, and there you go. And now we're at 22, so plus 11 is 22. So right now at plus 12, as you can see here, we started 1650. It's really probably 16, but I have the permanent plus 1 here. But as we discussed here a little bit ago, you can see the 13 stones to get to plus 13. We are 16.50%, 16.5%. All right, plus 10 fail stack, and now we're at 30%. We'll tap it a few times here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, nice. There you go. All right, so at 13. We're running 11%, which is not fantastic, but again, going up here the cost, costing us 14 stones to go up to plus 14. And each failure, of course, reduces 5 durability, so keep that in mind. We're gonna go ahead and try to get, we have some bunch of fail stacks here. Do I want to use a plus 20 for that? Yeah, let's try to save some stones here. So now we're at plus 21, we get at 13, we got 31%, and we one-tapped it, fantastic. As you can see now, we're here plus 14, we get 8%, 8.8% here, which if I take this out and put this in, you can see that it's exactly 4 times what you get with the militia weapon or with the reblath gear, right? So you're 8 times more likely to succeed than in reblath, which is great because this is after all boss armor. But you know, if you really think about it, this is really a plus 13 in real server world. Let's see how many tries it takes me to get this. 1, 2, if I get to 30, I'll go ahead and save this stack and I'll pop another 20. Are you kidding me right now? There you go. So now we're at plus 15. We're running down to 40 and we are at prize. So now we have 2 choices. We could use these stones here to quickly get our gear to try, right? We can use 60 of these stones to get our gear to try, and that will allow us to save 16 plus 17 is 32 plus 18. That is what, 50. of these stones for the price of 60 of these. So that's another calculation that you're going to have to do. If you use these, it's going to take 50 durability every time you do one of these. So you have to repair this to 100% once and a half to get it all back to 100, which may or may not, depending on how far you are into the season server thing, it may or may not be a non-issue. Right, if you're at the end of the season and you've been grinding and saving up your stones that you get from mobs, then you have plenty of stones to repair your gear. That will not be a problem. Or you might have plenty of these stones here and not mind tossing them at this armor. Or you might have plenty of black stones, regular black stones to build fail stacks, and rather just use those to increase your chances. I've been saving mine just for the try, because again, this is easy enough. We started at 18.70% to get to pry. So plus 15 will get us to 40. Let's see, just 5 more taps. All right, so yeah, so plus 15 here on to get to pry, it gets us to 42.5%. And from now, of course, you start to lose 10 durability every time you fail. Hopefully, we will be able to one-tap this. It's going to cost us 16 stones per attempt. So we tap it once, where we spend 16 stones, and now we're at 17. Tap it twice, there's another 16 stones in the trash. And there you go, and now we are at pry. And now we got 20 durability, so maybe now it's time to repair. All right, so how to repair your gear? So you have 2 ways to repair your tubular gear. You can use memory fragments, as you would with regular boss gear, or you can use copies of the same gear. And of course, you can come here, and this is going to be a little annoying because now I'm going to have to transfer a bunch of these boxes to my Mehua again, and then transfer it back. So if you do this right and you complete the quest the first time, you will not need to do your weapons twice. All right, so I got my Mehua here to open the boxes and get those spears out of the box, and then I realized something, that I made a fatal mistake here. The quests themselves are linked to your class. I guess I'll show you the repair here. So here's my pry, and I can go ahead and pop this here. I bought 9 of them. All right, so it's the same as any other piece of gear. You only repair 10. Now we're full, and we got 1 more to spare here. We'll go ahead here and keep going with the armor, since you've already seen up to pry. Anyways, let me catch up with the armor here. So let's go ahead and start this over from 10 again. I'll jump from when I get my first piece of armor to pry, so that we can start again from there, because I'm sure you guys don't want to see this suffering again. All right, so I got my chest piece here to pry, and we can really see a problem here that you might encounter, that I'm already encountering, and because I started this with about 800 stones, and after doing my spear to pry and the chest to pry, we already went through about 600 of these stones. I would say make sure you choose a character a class that you enjoy playing, because you're going to be grinding a lot. It's going to be quite the distraction from your main character. It might actually be worth it to spend these here so that you can save some of these. I'm actually going to do that because I actually want to also try to enhance my other piece of gear so I can grind more comfortably in some harder spots, hopefully get away from the overcrowded areas. It's all a balancing act here, right? Because every time you use one of these, you're gonna have to use 5 of these to repair if you want to get back to 100. If I can find a spot where I can grind uninterrupted without getting 7 other people fighting for the mobs, I might be able to grind those stones a little more quickly. I'm getting about 100 to 150 maybe of these stones an hour, and that's with sharing my spot with other people. So you can probably get 200, the loot scroll and a Kamasiva blessing. 200 an hour, I would say, is a good amount if you go for the one-shottable mobs. And of course, the main problem is that you have to kill the mobs in the season server, or they won't drop these 3 stones here. We're gonna get this to try. Use 2 of these, and then we will go ahead and try some accessory enhancing, because I'm curious to see how that works out. Like 20 of these, boom. Now I'm dual, and now I'm gonna have to repair, right? Not gonna let me do it. Yeah. And now let's try. And as you can see here, the stats are 71 DP, and I'll put the equivalent boss gear here 1 tier up, or 1 tier down actually. On the screen when I'm editing, if I remember, so that you guys can compare and see that it is indeed 1 tier lower. So this should be the equivalent of a duo dim tree. And when it comes to this, it seems like every stat here is the same as the bags. So the boots are the same as muskins. So if you're hoping to get Urgons out of the deal, you're not gonna. And this is the same as the the Gaiath helmet. So it's the old school gear, the same gear that you guys are getting for free now at Try with the anniversary event. So unless you missed out on the anniversary event, this might not be that great of an investment at this point. Then again, the season servers is probably not going to come out for you guys until this first season in Korea is over. I wouldn't expect you guys to get any earlier than sometime in June. They're probably going to test that out on us here, see how it goes, see what changes they might have to make before the release for you guys. All right, I'm an idiot once again. As one of our community members would say, wise as an owl. You don't have to get the quest. So just realize before you enhance, you just have to equip things to complete the quest. So even if you enhance before you took the quest, you can see now before I realized that these quests were not showing as completed. Now they are. So I'm going to have to go ahead and repair my chest here. Let me go ahead and buy some more of these. That's actually good news. I don't have to enhance those weapons. One more time, if I had read, once again, read your quests, guys, read your quests. All right, let me go in where it is, and you can see here quest completed over here. And now let's go and pick up those. I should have completed 4 quests, so I should have easy 440 stacks, which is awesome because I'm going to use these to attempt to get my boots. Where am I going? Oh, this way. To get my boots back to try my Urgon's boot. I failed the 15th TED attempt on my Urgon's boots, and I'm seeing they go plus 40. And now I have some stacks to try to use it to get it back. Let's play with accessory enhancement real quick here. We'll use my necklace as a test subject because I have a better necklace anyways from the new area quest. The Odalita, you get a necklace that you can get up to plus 19 AP. I'm curious to see if they actually break when you fail. I have no reason to believe they don't, other than this is supposed to be easier. Right, so we're gonna go ahead and check it out. Let's see what kind of fail stacks we're going to be using here. Now, I can tell you that accessories, they start at 70% at base. So, no, I have the plus 1 here, so there's 7140. So, even to start, the first one is already much easier than any other boss level gear and game accessory enhancing. And then once you get to Pry, I have a Pry belt here, right? To get to duo from 1 fail stack is 51%, so you can imagine that from 0 will be 50. And to get a Try accessory as 1 fail stacks is 40.80, so you can calculate here that probably a 0 is 40, and each increase in fail stack will bring up to 40, bring by 0.8. So if I get 2 fail stacks here, we'll see it should be up to 41.16, and there you go, 41.60. Getting to 50% will take quite a bit of fail stacking here. Let's just pop one of these 20 here. I have 8 more left just for science. Yeah, so we got 56.80, and now let's see at 56.80%, and we failed, and yep, it does break. So now we lost that beautiful fake duo necklace. There's one more thing that we could test here, and that is to see if items, it seems like everything else behaves the same way. We can actually try to use this 22 stack to see if items will go down a level at Try if they fail. Like, we have a 22 stack, let's see how that goes. And it says here that it will go down, does not have any exceptions at all. And we are at 16%, and it costs us 19 stones. Right, which makes sense because TET is equivalent to plus 19, and then to pen it would cost us 20. So let's go and let's see how this goes for us. Keep your fingers crossed. 75 Chrome stones here for the safe, and of course I failed. And then let's see, I'm not gonna use this, I'm just gonna use another one of those to bring it back up because I don't want to deal with this shenanigans. But yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say here about this enhancing. I think we saw everything that we needed to see. Right, you saw the baselines for as far as I got anyways, and I unfortunately I cannot get to pen to do an attempt, but you saw there with 22 stacks, 22 fail stack, what my chances were at to get a tat, and all the other rules apply. Your accessories still break if you fail to enhance, and your gear still goes down if you fail enhancing to Try or tat or pen. So yeah, if you guys have any questions and anything else that you want to see in the season server, feel free to post in the comments below. And if you liked the video and found it informative, I appreciate it if you can drop a like. And if you want to see more video content from me, I'll appreciate it if you could subscribe. Also, come join our Discord server and our Twitch community. Links for all the stuff down in the description below. And I'll see you on Wednesday for the patch notes video. All right, take care.